everyone, welcome to the channel, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I posted, but then I will be getting back to the regular schedule very soon. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Today I want to talk about something that's very dear to my heart. तो मैंने 2018 में पढ़ाना start किया. I started teaching in 2018 and I found that to be one of the most life-changing things that I have ever done. And I still believe that teaching is one of the most noble professions जहाँ आप you can interact with so many people, you can touch so many lives. And slowly I realized that lives could be enriched. मेरी अपनी एजुकेशन में जब मैं अपनी प्रोफेसर से इंस्पायर हुई तो मुझे ये समझ आया कि टीचिंग आपकी लाइफ चेंज कर सकता है, राइट? And for that, all of us need to be good, not just good, but excellent teachers, and we need to be effective teachers. So here are 5 tips. Of course, they aren't exhaustive, but मैं आपको आज 5 tips या 5 habits के बारे में बताऊंगी जो मैंने पिकअप किए हैं, जो मैंने सीखे हैं. And these 5 habits, I think, make me an effective teacher. I would like to think mostly I do receive a lot of positive feedback. You will be well liked, you will have content expertise, you will actually have your students bring about good results. Now as a teacher, you don't only want to be your students' favorite teacher, but you also want to bring about excellent results, है ना? आप चाहते हैं कि आपके students excel करें, सीखें, आपके क्लास में interested हों और अच्छा perform करें. तो चलिए discuss करते हैं 5 tips. My first tip to you is that you master your content. मेरी पहली टिप जो आपके लिए है, आप कंटेंट में एक्सपर्टीज हासिल करें. इसका मतलब है कि आपको रिसर्च करने में, आपको स्टडी करने में खुद काफ़ी टाइम लगाना है. नाउ यू मे टेल मी दैट यू आर नॉट फ्लुएंट, इट डज नॉट मैटर. जब आप स्टूडेंट का डाउट क्लियर कर पाते हो, व्हेन यू इमीडिएटली आंसर अ डाउट, दैट अ स्टूडेंट पोस्ट द रिस्पेक्ट लेवल गोज अप एंड देयर इंटरेस्ट इन लर्निंग गोज अप एज वेल. तो आपको कंटेंट पहले मास्टर करना है, क्योंकि कंटेंट के बगैर कुछ नहीं होगा, है ना? Even अगर आपके communication skills अच्छे नहीं हैं, that can still improve over time, and that is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that your students understand and know that you are knowledgeable, and also that you put in a lot of effort. क्योंकि आप मेहनत करते हैं, क्योंकि आप effort डालते हैं, तो students भी डालना चाहेंगे. My second tip for you is to believe that everyone wants to learn and everyone is capable of learning. जब मैंने पहले पढ़ाना स्टार्ट किया, मुझे भी लगा कि some kids can learn, whereas some kids may not want to learn. I found out slowly that that is not true. सभी पढ़ना चाहते हैं, बच्चे के लिए भी उतना ही frustrating होता है जब उनको कुछ क्लास में समझ नहीं आता है. So I believe as long as you're able to find the right method and the right approach to use with different kids, you have to be a little more strict with some of your students, whereas you need to be a little more not just relaxed but also give responsibility to some children or some students. That way they learn better. तो हर किसी के लिए एक यूनिक तरीका होता है. You just have to find the right method. Number 3, I believe this is, in fact, this should have been number 1 in my list. सबसे बड़ी चीज़ मेरे ख्याल से एक टीचर के लिए to be a good and effective teacher and to actually improve your teaching methods is to have a lot of empathy. आप अगर if you're an empath or if you practice, this is not, ऐसा नहीं है कि आप बोलोगे I am not that kind of person. Nobody is any kind of person. Everybody can practice empathy. आपको ये सोचना है कि what if this person can have only good 90 minutes in a day or only good 30 minutes in a day, and that could be my class. This is something I learned while working with an NGO called Teach for India. तो मुझे ये धीरे धीरे पता चला कि स्टूडेंट्स की लाइफ में या स्टूडेंट्स के दिन में उनका सबसे अच्छा या प्लेजेंट टाइम क्लास में होता था, बिकॉज होम कंडीशंस मे बी आर नॉट दैट ग्रेट और मे बी देयर इज नॉट अ लॉट ऑफ पेरेंटल सपोर्ट. बट व्हाट आई विल टेल यू नाउ, एंड दिस हैज़ वर्कड इवन विद अडल्ट्स, ये आप अडल्ट्स को भी पढ़ाते हैं तो भी दिस वर्क्स ग्रेट. प्लीज़ आप लर्नर को या स्टूडेंट को समझने की कोशिश करें. थिंक दैट दे हैव अ बिजी शेड्यूल एज वेल, दे माइट बी वर्किंग. इफ देव कम अ लिटिल बिट लेट, don't send them off, just ask why and try to understand, try to put yourself in their shoes and try to understand their condition as well. तो आप trust करें unless the student betrays you. Showing empathy means, oh, if I lost my homework once, how would I feel? Allow that one chance. Try to what do I say, try to understand where they come from. And I believe ये सबसे बड़ा factor है, ये सबसे बड़ा factor है. Even अगर बच्चे naughty हैं या disruptive हैं, or even if you're teaching disruptive adults, I believe it is best to start with a conversation as to why they are the way they are. In fact, bullies काफ़ी बार घर पे उनको अब्यूज़ किया जाता है तो वो स्कूल में आके ऐसा करते हैं. So it is better to get to the root cause rather than just punishing them for what may be a much bigger problem deep down. Alright, my fourth tip to you might sound strange, but I once read in a book that everybody likes a funny teacher, and I thought, such mein, is that really possible? Like, do people expect you to be funny? But as long as you crack, non-offensive jokes, not jokes on women, not jokes on men, not jokes on a certain community. But अगर आप, पढ़ाते वक्त थोड़ा सा हंसी मजाक करेंगे, आप अगर थोड़ा light-hearted conversation करेंगे, आप अगर day-to-day events में जो, blunders होते हैं या embarrassing situations होती हैं, उनके बारे में बात करेंगे while you teach, while giving real-life examples, I believe that makes the class much more relatable. And the moment you introduce a little bit of fun and once you try to develop a good sense of, अगर आप थोड़े से jokes याद कर लें और उनको relate कर लें content के साथ जब आप class के लिए prepare कर रहे हैं, it might sound like a lot of effort, but trust me, it is worth the outcome. This makes you seem more approachable. This also makes you seem like a nice person, and then because kids especially do create impressions very quickly, and whether we like it or not, we do become role models for the people that we teach. Now, I highly recommend that you try to use some sense of humor in your class next time and tell me how it goes. वो जो boring factor होता है किसी topic में किसी class में, तो वो बिल्कुल चला जाएगा. आप देखेंगे कि students will be more lively, they will be more interactive, and the more you talk to them, the more they will talk to you. So my tip number 5 for you is to make every single class interactive. Anybody who is a part of the class, make them feel like they are a part of the class. Students को ऐसे feel कराएं कि वो भी अपनी learning के लिए responsible हैं. अगर वो जवाब देंगे आपके questions का तो ही आप proceed कर सकते हैं, right? Checks for understanding are very very important. Now you can help your students understand, right? और अगर आप हर एक class को interactive बनाते हैं, real life examples उनसे भी पूछते हैं क्या उनके साथ ऐसा हुआ है, especially since I teach psychology, everything is very very relatable. तो आप भी ऐसा कर सकते हैं. आप बात कर सकते हैं, even if it is in an online class, you can make a very very interactive class, and वो not only will it increase likability, जैसे मैंने कहा, वो student की investment class में बढ़ाता है, and that is something which is highly desirable for a teacher. I will give you a bonus tip. Now my last tip to you is to be assertive as well. कि ये सब मैंने आपको कहा है कि आप chill रहो क्लास में, या आप approachable रहो, या आप थोड़े से jokes crack करो as long as they are not offensive. लेकिन मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूँगी कि I strictly believe, or I very strongly believe, that between parent and child there is a hierarchy, or between teacher and student there is a hierarchy. तो आपको कभी उनका दोस्त नहीं बनना है. You are not a friend, you are still a teacher. You support as a teacher. You provide content, you provide a lot of strength, you provide moral support, but as a teacher you are not a friend. Because जब वो hierarchy चली जाती है, या जब वो respect चला जाता है, you will find that people will often interrupt in your class, people will speak over you. वो सही नहीं है कि आपको कोई seriously नहीं लेगा. तो ये मेरे ख्याल से बहुत ज़रूरी है कि आप अपने opinions assert कर पाएँ, और आप ये कह पाएँ कि देखो, I am the authority figure in the class. Because without discipline, learning cannot happen, and I believe discipline or accountability is very important. ये समझाना बच्चों को, या ये समझाना students को कि मैं effort डालूंगी, I will give my 200%, लेकिन accountability है, you are answerable to me, and have very very high expectations. Communicate those high expectations from your students. I believe that does wonders. In psychology we call it the Pygmalion effect. Look it up. अगर आपको नहीं पता क्या होता है, ये सर्च कीजिए. अगर आप स्टूडेंट्स को कहेंगे कि मुझे आपसे बहुत हाई एक्सपेक्टेशन है, विदाउट पुटिंग प्रेशर, ये नहीं कि ओ इफ यू डोंट डू इट यू आर सच अ लूजर, बट मोर सो दैट आई थिंक यू आर अमेजिंग, why don't you do this, you can do this. and this will bring about great results. Please let me know. Use these tips, use these or follow these tips and tricks or habits, whatever you want to call them. Or देखिए कि क्या होता है. Let me know if they work out for you. These work out great for me. Of course, they are not exhaustive. और भी काफ़ी सारे what do I say, pointers, or so many things go into preparing content or taking a class, how to introduce a difficult topic and all of that. I would love to share more on that with you in the future, but for now, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, if you found it useful, please like, share and subscribe. I will see you soon. Bye bye.